Welcome to podcasts recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Good morning. Let's show our love to our friends band. Sounds so beautiful this morning. Ken Brewer, Jim Solberg, and Mr. Don Schultz. Welcome to our Facebook friends out there in Facebook land. Welcome to you all here in the sanctuary. Let's all stand together and sing our opening song. Yes. My soul is welcome here, and that is the truth. All right. All right. Move those beautiful bodies, those vessels that we're in. Ah, yes. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Repeat that. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where, oh my soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. That is the truth. That is the truth. Yes. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where, oh my soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Oh my soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul. Now just sing that. I want you to repeat that and know it.
My soul is welcome.
Get it in your spirit that my soul is welcome. Get it in your heart. My soul is welcome. Open up to this community. Oh, my soul. Sing my soul. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. And that is the truth. Yes. Thank you to Paulette and Michelle for joining me this morning.
That song, for those who have been at the women's retreat, we have a special place in our heart for that song. And yes, we are all welcome here. Our souls are welcome here at the Portland Center for Spiritual Living and to our celebration service today. How's everybody feeling on this last Sunday before the autumn equinox? Yes, yes. Happy Sunday. We're so glad you're here. We are a science of mind community that teaches spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are absolutely welcome here. All that we ask is that you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. My name is Catherine Richer. I serve as one of the licensed practitioners on the center's ecclesiastical team, and it is my honor to welcome you today. If you are new here, I'd love to see your hand in the air so we can say a special hello. Hi, welcome. So glad you're here. Welcome. Wonderful. For our Facebook friends, get in the chat. Let us know if it's your first time here so that we can welcome you as well. And if you're listening after the service, you're welcome. You're all welcome, anytime, anywhere, any venue. So glad you're here. And for those new, we do have a welcome packet at the back door that you're welcome to take with you. These have a lot of information. They also have one of our Science of Mind pamphlets for you to give a sample even more about the perspective and the philosophy here. And for our global audience, the same is available on our website at cslportland.org under the About Us menu tab. There's a lot of information there about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. Everyone can visit the website anytime, of course, to find out more about us. And you can also subscribe to receive email subscriptions. And the options for that include a weekly email listing of our events and services, as well as our free program called 365 Earnest Homes. And if you sign up for that, every day you get into your email affirmation written by Ernest Holmes, who was the inspiration for the whole Science of Mind organization. And then they also have a beautiful meditative picture in the background and some reflective material written by Reverend Larry. You can also sign up to receive an e-card on your birthday, as well as a gift. And I'd like to highlight the gift. They are actually a free session with a licensed spiritual practitioner, an hour session where you get to dive into something that you are willing to call forth and ready in your life and be supported by tools and spiritual principles and a very powerful spiritual mind treatment. So I encourage you to receive those and use them. Use them. Call us. Use them. They're wonderful. So for a few announcements, we have a lot of announcements. I feel like I could use an assistant today for all the announcements that we have. We are here live in person and also on Facebook Live every Sunday at 11. We also have the services that are later in the week on YouTube, and also you can listen to them through podcasts as you're driving and receiving inspiration while staying focused. We also have Wednesday night meditations on Zoom at 7 p.m. Please note all of these are Pacific Standard Time. We are here on the West Coast. And this week, our licensed practitioner, Sylvia Kearns, is leading our meditation with the title, Awakening to Self-Love. I feel like we can awaken to this every day, more and more. I think I'll be there. We also have online Zoom groups for our Social Justice Book Club and a 12-step program for women. Those links are all online as well. We have a special event happening around planned giving, and this is exploring additional ways to support the center, as well as think about how to save some money yourself and using wills and trusts to donate to the spiritual center, but most importantly, really aligning yourself with your own values around finances and how you choose to use those. We also have a local attorney who specializes in wills and trusts on the final presentation. So this is in your flyers. You might want to take that with you, and those are on Zoom links. You can register online for those as well. Our fall educational offerings are starting or have started. We have in your folder, I'm going to just point you to these so you can read them on your own. We have one called Spiritual Principles and Practices that talks about the practices and their methods that you can begin using now to see results and changes in your lives based on the spiritual principles that we practice. It's all practice. We also have a class on prosperity through knowledge and power of mind. And so again, this is spiritual principles applied to prosperity. Then in November, there's one on powering your decisions, as well as treasure mapping. It's a fun visual way to map out your life and start having a visual about where you would like to head. So all of this information is in your pamphlet as well as online. Also want to announce that our very popular and lovely connection circles are back for the fall. They are a way of extending our Sunday message into small groups to explore at a deeper level. You know, we hear them on Sunday messages, and then life continues, and we often don't have a chance to reflect on the deeper meanings of the message. So this is an opportunity to do that within this community. So registration is now open. It's a 7-week series that starts on October 2nd. There's 6 circles, various times and days throughout the week. And there's also a drop-in session right here in the sanctuary every Sunday for 7 weeks. You don't have to register for that one. If you're here and you want to be here, absolutely fantastic. Just drop in. The rest, please do register online ahead of time so the hosts and hostesses can be ready for you. Last announcement, put on your costume because we're hosting a Halloween party. I almost brought a little mask, but I forgot it. We are having a party at the center on Halloween, which is on a Monday, from 4 to 7 p.m. Children of all ages, including, we're still children at heart, right? So mask up, have a good time. You don't have to wear those masks, but you know what I mean. Halloween mask, dress up. There'll be games and food and spooky activities and music, cakewalk or moonwalk. Everyone will have fun. Thank you, Nadine, for that description and for being the leader for this event. Appreciate that. So you can buy tickets on the website. It is a bit of a fundraiser, aka fundraiser. So it's both. It's fun, and you're helping support the center. All this is on the website, so please feel free to take a look at it, sign up, participate. We love supporting the community with spiritual practice and education and simply being together. So the flowers are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. Thank you so much. Looks like we have beautiful flowers from her yard. Thank you very much, Kat. And our special music features LaRhonda. Yes, LaRhonda Steele. And our fabulous Phantasmic Friends band as well. Yes, yay, hooray, hooray, hooray. We do have a special speaker today. Rev Christine Green, welcome. We are grateful to have you here with us once again and in the future as well. You will find her very inspiring in empowering others to grow beyond perceived limitations and discover their inner strength and courage. She is an author, facilitator, speaker, minister, and has a background in business education and master's in religious studies. She has joy in offering all sorts of seminars, which I've participated in. They're very powerful workshops as well as retreats, which also helps expand their awareness and overcome life's seeming obstacles. Her hobbies are hiking, photography, and cleaning out closets. When I read that this morning, I said, I bet that means your interior closet as well as the closet in your house closets, right? Both inside and outside closets. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. We're really grateful and excited to hear your message entitled, Who's in Your Tribe? So welcome. And now, well, hope you're all relaxed, but if you're not relaxed already, go ahead and just melt into your chair, sit back, relax, because I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, the community, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
Thank you, Catherine. It's beautiful. It's time for our sacred meditation time. So let's all bring our awareness to right here, right now, centering in on our breath that is breathing us, and go into our heart space as we sing and we pray together. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, and I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, God is, I am.
And so it is in this now moment that I am so grateful to know that we are indeed seated in the lap of a loving universe, that there is only one loving power, one loving presence, one loving infinite intelligence that is the power back of all, the source of all. It is the presence that is never an absence, the life force, the energy itself. It is the infinite intelligence, the backbone of all of life, the perfect blueprint, the perfect pattern. It is the architect, it is the art, it is the grand artist, the grand organized design. And that is all there is. And it is infinite, everywhere, all the time. There is no place where it is not. Every speck of creation throughout this vast cosmos, from the countless billions and billions of galaxies in the infinite span of space, down to our own sparkling Milky Way galaxy, our perfectly placed solar system, precious Earth, all upon and within it. And I know this means me. I know that I am an individualized spark of divinity. And as this is true of me, I know it is everywhere true for everyone within the sound of my voice. Every person, everywhere, is a perfect, unique, individualized, whole, and complete expression of source, of that very same power, presence, and wisdom that is back of the entire universe. This is who they are, a precious star wrapped in skin. And knowing this to be the truth of who they are, I call forth a depth of love that is unfathomable, and yet at their very fingertips and within every cell and atom of their body. A love that is felt in everything they do, that they see through the eyes of love, that they open their hearts and minds through the eyes of love. A knowing that they are love itself, that power that is the highest vibration of the divine. They are love, they are loving, they are lovable, and they are loved beyond measure. I call forth a willingness to step into that love, to let love be the light that they shine within them and share with the rest of the world, share within their communities, share within their families, their relationships, everything showered with the light of love. I am so grateful to know the truth of love. And in that gratitude, I release my word into the cosmic womb of infinite love and potential, that place that always says, yes, you are my beloved. And it is so done. It is already done in the mind of love, and in knowing that I let it be, I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is. And so it is. And as you steep in your heart, I invite you to sink in to the eternal love that you are.
Welcome back from the silence. We have a wonderful song this morning that goes along with the theme of who's in your tribe, your community, who are your friends, and I pray we are. All right. It's by Eddie Watkins Jr. We are connected, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Together we are joined in the promise of unity and the vision of our greater yet to be. As we come together in faith, we align with the truth of who we are and realize we are standing in the presence, standing in the presence. We are standing in the presence of the divine. We are standing in the presence of the divine. You are the divine, yes. We are connected, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Together we are joined in the promise of unity and the vision of our greater yet to be. As we come together in faith, we align with the truth of who we are and realize we are standing in the presence, standing in the presence. We are standing in the presence of the divine. We are standing in the presence of the divine. We are we're standing in the presence of the divine. We are standing in the presence of the divine. We are standing in the presence of the divine. You are my divine, yes.
Thank you, LaRhonda. Let's have another hand for LaRhonda and the band. Thank you, Paulette and Michelle. And thank you, Catherine. That was a beautiful meditation. Really appreciate it. I'm a little ringy up here, aren't I? Okay, I'm just going to talk and know that by magic, it's all going to be worked out. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Welcome to those of you online. I'm so grateful to be with you today. I'm continuing in the theme of community, and I love what Reverend Larry did last week and how he just identified and acknowledged all the places of community, all the places that you serve, and it was amazing. I was overwhelmed to hear all the ways that all of you serve, so thank you for doing all that. It's so, what a wonderful demonstration of the community that you're in. And so today my talk is Who's in Your Tribe? And I got the idea from Seth Godin. He is one of the most influential people in marketing in today's world. He's written over 20 books, and he has a book called Tribes. And so I don't think he's aware of it, but he speaks like a metaphysician. I get a lot of inspiration from him. And so the word tribe has been around for thousands of years, but it became a negative connotation because it was misused by colonialists to oppress indigenous people. And so the word didn't have that until that started to happen. So he uses it as tribes, and here's his definition. It's a group of people who are connected to one another. They're connected to a leader and connected by an idea. People are in a tribe because they want to be. They want to be part of something. It's another way to talk about community. And we thrive, us humans thrive in community, right? We want that connection, and we build community with intention. And so in revitalizing this idea of tribes, he says that everyone has an opportunity to create a tribe in today's world, that we're all being called to be leaders. We're all being called to step up and to do something new and to bring people together in a positive way. Tribes can influence the outcome of our lives. And so it's a problem if a leader of a tribe does not have a moral compass and is not looking out for the highest good of its members. If you need an idea, just watch the news, right? Lots of that going on in today's world. What he says is if a tribe has a moral, committed, generous, visionary leader, the tribe will accomplish things that it would never have imagined it could do so. So we come into tribes on an evolutionary journey just by being born. We're born into a family. It's our family tribe. We sometimes may worship at a particular place like we are today, and that's your church or your faith. And then as you go to school, then you build community in school and hobbies and sports and work. So there's these little segments of that where we are together, where we're committed to an idea, and we work together in community, in a group. Ernest Holmes says, compassion and caring are the ties that bind us together in mutual understanding and in the unified attempt to uncover the divinity within each other. So compassion and caring tie us together in this tribe or community. And compassion is the most gentle of all human virtues, for it is the outpouring of the divine livingness through all. So in a tribe, we look out for each other, right? We care about each other. We have compassion for each other. And it reminds me of a story of Sister Barbara. And she was in the convent, and she had received a letter from her parents. And in it, they put a $100 bill. And she felt just gratitude for this. And she happened to look out the window where she was sitting, and here was a man kind of slumped next to a telephone pole, and he was shabbily dressed. He had a hat on, and he was just kind of leaning, kind of forlorn. And she looked at him, and she looked at the money, and she knew what she had to do. So she wrote a note. She wrote, "Don't despair," and she wrapped it around the bill, and she took it down, and she handed it to him. And he took it, he looked kind of puzzled and didn't say anything, he just walked away. Well, the next day, the sisters called her and they said, there's a man that's insisting that he talk to you. And so she went down, and there was that man. And he thrust a bag of money at her. And she said, "What is this?" And he said, $8,000. It's yours, sister. Don't despair came in first, paid out 80 to 1. So we look out for each other. We're going to repeat this. We're going to repeat this next month when we talk about money and prosperity. So remember this story. So we get to know each other in our tribe. We look out for each other, and we want the best for each other. So Seth Godin says, pay attention to the tribes you're in, right? Because we're conscious of this one, this church community, but there may be other ones that are not for your highest benefit anymore. Maybe some group you used to be involved with that they're not going in the direction that you want. So pay attention. Reverend Petra Welds says, what we know in Science of Mind is that intention and commitment are the forerunners of action, right? They're the forerunners of action. When our consciousness is lifted by the truth of our oneness, we not only act for the good of others, but we join our consciousness together with all those who are committed to the same. Every time we lift our hearts and minds and voices together, we create a shift in consciousness. Consciousness and action are joined together, are truly powerful. And this is also comes from the book of Matthew. Again, I tell you, if two of you agree on earth about anything you ask for, it is done by my Father in heaven. For where two or three gather together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So the commitment is the two of us coming together in agreement. So we grow together in community. Dr. Kathy Hearn says that in this work, we get to grow up all over each other. Isn't that true? We grow up all over each other. We learn the principles together, and then we make mistakes. We say things we don't mean to. We get frustrated. We lose our way. Come back. We get to do it over again. But we stand with each other for the highest agreement, for the highest good. In our community, it gives us an opportunity to work out our stuff together. We have that opportunity, and we get to reflect that with each other. So, and in community, we have teachers, right? Teachers teach us on many different levels. And so I wrote this in my blog this week, and this is a true story that happened about a year ago. But I had just come from grocery shopping, and my neighbor was standing there, and as I pulled up, she greeted me, and then she said, I have a question for you. This came up in Bible study, and I want to know, are we in the end of times? And I felt sad because that's a hard question to answer. I had a hard week. I heard about friends that were dealing with illnesses, dealing with loss, dealing with grief. And it's like, how am I going to answer this? So I stalled. I did the first thing is stall. So I was taking my groceries out and thinking, what the heck am I going to say? So I've got to lift myself out of this. I've got to lift myself. What do I know to be true? Well, I know that I'm not at the effect of the appearances of the world, right? Ernest taught us that. We know that. I know there's a divine presence that is good. I know that I am one with this infinite presence. So I know that. And then I remembered this quote from Ernest Holmes. In order to have faith, we must have the conviction all is well. In order to keep the faith, we must allow nothing to enter our thought that will weaken this conviction. And so now, I'm ready to respond. I have my groceries, and I said, well, so what I think is happening, and she interrupted me, and she said, oh, there's my ride. I got to go. See ya. And I stood there stunned, and then I just started laughing because Spirit will use every opportunity to bring us back to love, right? She didn't need the answer. I needed the answer. I had to think this through. I had to bring myself up and move my frequency and vibration. She didn't need it, but I did. Spirit put us right in the place where we needed to be. And that's what happens in the tribe. In community, that someone comes up, they have an issue, and you're at the effect of it, where are you going to be? How are you going to respond? How are you going to see it? So when we're in tribes, if we're going to continue and do this work and have the best possible experience we can, we have to go inside. We have to do our inner work, forgiveness work. We have to release our old beliefs. And that's what practitioners are here for. They can help you. They can guide you. They can pray with you. They're here to help you through that. But that's our work. And, I was chatting with a neighbor, and she started talking about how unfortunate it is in the world that everyone is distant from each other, that everyone is apart from each other. And then I remembered her brother wasn't feeling good. And I said, how's your brother doing? And she said, oh, I'm not talking to him. he wouldn't return my calls when he was sick, and so we're not talking now. And it's like, isn't that we project out there that the world better fix itself? How's the world going to fix itself? No, the world is right here. We're a microcosm of the world. We heal the work that needs to be done now. Is there anyone you're avoiding? Or are you forgiving? Is there anyone you have some issues with? Or are you bringing the presence of love? That's our work. So use community as a mental equivalent for what you want in life. That this is the community that you get to participate on, and not just on Sunday, but there's things happening every day. There's people you can call. There's resources that you have that you can continue to grow and to build and to excel. Because what's our purpose really is to know God, to live in the highest place possible. So use your community for that. The first place in this is, what is the experience you want to have? What's the experience you want to have? Maybe to be the presence of love. Maybe to get out of your comfort zone and connect with others. Maybe to stay centered in peace. So pay attention. What's your community? Wherever you are in community or your tribe, what is the intention that you have going into it? Make sure you write it down somewhere so you remember. And then here's 3 ways to practice conscious awareness in community. Reach out, lean in, and step up. So the first thing is to reach out. Reach out to others. Find out how they're doing. When we get out of our comfort zone and we check in with other people, it releases our own problems, right? It lets go of that, and we kind of lift up, we step up to help look out for someone else. And then lean in, pay attention. And I'm speaking to the choir here because based on what Reverend Larry said, you are all paying attention. So I acknowledge you for that. But pay attention, see what's needed. See what's needed with other people in your community. If there's someone not around, give them a call. Check in on them. Pay attention to how you are feeling in community. What needs to be released? What's your inner work to do? So reach out, lean in, and then step up. Step up and answer the call to action. Be the one willing to do the work. When we do that together, we're building a community out of love. And so I want to share a story. You may have heard this before, but every time I hear it, it just brings me back to a place of love. And a long, long time ago, there was a monastery. And because of the times that they were in, there was persecution, there was secularism, and this, what used to be a thriving, wonderful monastery had diminished. Now there was only the abbot and 4 monks living in this monastery. And the monastery was located in a forest. And in the forest, there was a little hut. And the hut was used by a local rabbi. He would go to visit there, and it was his hermitage, and he would go meditate and pray there. And the monks got to be so in tune, they would know when the rabbi was there, and they would whisper to each other, "The rabbi's in the forest." And it occurred to the abbot one day that maybe if I talk to the rabbi, he can tell me what to do to grow our community. He was so distraught that this community was dying. With these 4 monks and himself all over the age of 70, it was just, there was no newness there. There was nothing, no one to follow through. So he made his way over to the hut, and the rabbi welcomed him in. And he told him his purpose. He said, "I'm here. I need your help. I need an answer. Do you have an answer?" And the rabbi shook his head and he said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing for me. The light has gone out of the people. They stopped coming to the synagogue. I don't know what's happening, but it's the same. And so the rabbi and the abbot wept together. They read the Torah, and they whispered about deep things together. Well, it was time for the abbot to leave, and he said, I came here with a purpose, and I did not fulfill my purpose. Please, is there anything you can tell me to help me grow my group? And he said, no. The rabbi said, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can tell you. There's just one thing I know, is that the Messiah is one of you. And so the abbot left, and he went back, and the monks were anxiously waiting. And they said, what did you learn? Did he tell you anything? And he said, no, he had no advice. The only thing he said, it was kind of cryptic. He said, the Messiah is one of us, but I don't know what that means. And so in the days and weeks ahead, the monks all started thinking about this. What did that mean? Did the rabbi know something they didn't know? What does that mean? And so they started thinking, who would the Messiah be? Well, surely Brother Abbott, because he was the leader. Brother Abbott could easily be the Messiah because he's led us through all kinds of things. Or it could be Brother Thomas. He's such a holy man. He's always in prayer and meditation. But it couldn't be Brother Elred, because Brother Elred is the crotchetiest person. He's angry about everything. It couldn't be him, except every once in a while he has some wisdom to give. And it couldn't be Brother Philip, because Brother Philip is so quiet. He's afraid of everything. He doesn't talk. He's almost invisible. Except if you really need something, Brother Philip is there. Maybe he's the Messiah. So something happened where the monks started treating each other with great respect, just on the off chance one of them was the Messiah. And they started treating themselves differently. And as they did that, the people in the neighboring village would come and picnic near the monastery. They would come and pray in the chapel. And then they started bringing their friends. And then they would ask the monks for prayer. And some of the men in the village started attending, and they would ask the monks questions and engage them in conversation. And pretty soon, some of the men asked if they could join. And once again, it started to grow and became a thriving monastery. All because of the rabbi's gift. It was the gift of the idea that one of us is the Messiah. You could be the Messiah, or you, or you, or you. Every one of us is the Messiah when we act in love, when we show up in community out of a place of peace and givingness. That imagine this idea that we have, this vision of a world that works for everyone. It starts right here. It starts in this tribe, in this community. And imagine as we have this idea of this world that works for everyone, and we share that here, and we have the respect and the peace and the love, and we share it out into our families and friends, and they feel it, and they feel it in their communities, and they share it in their communities, and their communities, until we have a world that works for everyone. It is possible. It's possible, and we have the vision for it. And so our work is to live it to think about it, and to be in that place of love. And so before I pray, I invite you to pray this prayer with me. And it comes from the writings of Paul Selleck. Repeat after me. I am love through the one I see before me. I choose to see you in love. I choose to see you in your worth. I choose to see you in your right to be. I see you in your perfection. I see you in your beauty. I see you in your choices. I see you in your wholeness. I see love through the one I see before me. And so let us pray. How grateful I am for love and light, for freedom, for joy, for all of us to come together knowing this infinite and divine that is love, is the presence and the power that moves through each one of us. How grateful I am to know this truth. How grateful I am to know this love, and that this love permeates, illuminates, radiates through each one of us. I know that we have been lifted in love this day with the music, the message, with being here in community, with being in the oneness. That there is a magnificence flowing in and through in each one of us. There's a magnificence of love, and each one of us is the Messiah, is the presence of love. And so I know as we go out into the world that we take this love, this light, this peace, this radiant beingness, we take it out with us and share it with all who come into community with us, all who come into contact with us. I'm so grateful for this blessing, for this teaching, for this community, for this awareness. We are so blessed. God is so good. I release this word with deep gratitude. And together we affirm. And so it is. Blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Now is our time of gracious giving. I invite you to take your check, your tithe, your gift in hand. Those of you online may make a donation at our website, cslportland.org/donate. So I invite you to take your gift or your intention for your gift, place it over your heart, and if you like, repeat after me. Graciously I give, with a heart filled with love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive. Will the ushers please begin receiving the gifts?
Thank you so much, Christine. Reverend Christine. Let's sing. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More, much more. More than enough. More than enough. I am more than enough. I have more than enough. There is more than enough. More, much more. More than enough. 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 More, much more. More than enough. More, much more. More than enough. That is the truth. Yes, overflowing, abundant. Yes. I'm joined by lovely Paulette and Michelle. Yeah. Are you ready, ladies? All right. A wonderful song by Karen Drucker that goes along with Who's in Your Tribe? I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand. I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand. I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
I will stand by you when you need a friend. I will stand by you. Oh, won't you let me in? I will stand by you every night and day. I will stand by you all the way. I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand. I will stand.
I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
I will
Stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
I will
Stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
I will stand by you. I will hold your hand. I will stand by you. Understand. I will stand by you if you want me to. I will stand by you. Just let me see you through. When you're alone and it feels like the world is closing in, oh, I can promise you, you'll always have a friend. I will stand by you, I will stand. I will stand by you,
I will stand by you, I will stand.
I'm gonna stand.
I will stand by you, I will stand by you, I will stand.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall,
I will stand by you,
all
I
you
will stand
gotta do
by
is
you,
call.
I will stand.
I will stand by you.
I will stand by you,
I will stand by you. I will stand. Yes, I will.
I will stand by you,
I will stand by you. I will stand. Just know that I will. I will stand by you. I will stand by you. I will stand. Oh, yes. I will stand by you. I will stand by you. I will stand. Oh. I will stand by you. Blessings.
Do they come up with the gifts? Oh, come on up. And so we just bless these gifts. Thank you all for your gracious giving. We just bless these gifts knowing that this work continues to support us in our world that works for everyone, and that the givers are blessed, that they feel a sense of expansion and newness, and that this good provides everything that it needs for this community, and every one of us are blessed. Thank you, God. And so it is. If you have something on your heart or on your mind that's troubling you, our licensed practitioners are here for you. They're available after the service to meet with you in prayer. If you would like to fill out a prayer request, they're on the back table, and the practitioners pray on all those during the week. But know that you are not alone. Know that you are in a community that loves you, that blesses you, that thinks about you all week long. So take advantage and allow the practitioners to serve you in this way. So, and if you're online, those of you online, you can submit your prayer request to cslportland.org, and it will automatically go to the practitioners and the ministry team to pray for you. So thank you. So I invite you to stand for our benediction. Is there anything else we were supposed to do, Catherine? Okay. Didn't leave anything out. So I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I think it. I believe it. I accept it. Just the way it is. Thank you, life. Thank you, God. So I just say that, know with me that you are never alone, that this divine infinite presence is here always, always, that we are blessed by this community, by this presence, by this knowingness. I know as we go out into the world that each one of us is that blessing of love. I'm so grateful, and so it is.
Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Rest in God and say amen. Blessings, bless you. Hey, great job.
If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have inspirational services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our online listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.